he will play the first half. Most of the Browns veteran starters will sit, but he will have some young starters like his left tackle Spencer Fano, his receiver Denzel Boston to throw through. And I've been watching Shedeur in warm-ups. He looks locked in. He looks loose in his zone, ready to show Todd Monken why he can be the starter. Monken confirmed to me that this battle is not over, and Shedeur does have a chance to still win this. He has to be able to show it with his play out there. Can he have his best game as a Brown? As for the rest of the game, Deshaun Watson will play in the third quarter. And if there was a sign that this battle isn't over, it's that Watson is playing with backups in the third quarter. If you knew he was your starter, you wouldn't be playing him this late in the game. So there is still a chance for Shedeur. Dylan Gabriel will get the fourth quarter as well. And look, I've talked to Shedeur about this. He said, I don't feel any anxiety. I don't feel any extra pressure. It's me versus myself. The crowd I've walked around here is undoubtedly pro Shedeur. They are ready for him to show his potential, show his playmaking ability. And can he show enough to prove to Todd Monken that he should be the starting quarterback? I expect this decision early next week, Monday or Tuesday. So this could be the final evidence that both quarterbacks have to show they should be the guy in Cleveland.
Perhaps closing arguments coming up from Cleveland, thanks to Cam Wolfe. Here's how the numbers compare with Deshaun Watson playing the vast majority of the snaps distributed amongst the quarterbacks. For those who facilitate box scores, or maybe who didn't have a chance to watch the game or watch us as we covered the game on NFL Network last week, it seemed like Deshaun Watson had the edge statistically. Both of them had turnovers. But Brock, coming into this game and getting a chance to look at each individual play, do you feel like Shedeur has closed that gap a little bit?
Without a doubt. And you're right. You look at the stats, and stats only tell half the story, sometimes even less, right? There's always more to it. And there's an old adage in football, the eye in the sky never lies. And when I turned on the game tape this week, kind of removed the stats, removed the TV copy, and just looked at what the players did on the field, there was a different story. Here's Shedeur Sanders. This is a third long. I think he does a tremendous job. He recognizes pressure pre-snap from the Bears. So what's he do? He elongates his drop to buy himself an extra half a second to allow his receiver to get down the field. He feels the defensive end coming, gets this football off because of the timing of his drop. Big play for the Browns. That's what you like to see out of a second-year quarterback, recognizing pressure. Okay, later in the game, here we go. It's a 1st and 10, shot play called. This is how you build trust with your offensive coordinator. It's a shot play. But yes, the receiver coming right to left, he's going to be open, but the pocket is breaking down. What does the young quarterback do? Feels that pressure, checks it down, gets it to second and manageable. That is a growing play for a second-year quarterback, building trust. And then here is the bad. Here's the interception from a week ago. Shedeur Sanders, if you let this football go on time, I want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one hitch, trust your timing, let this ball go. You're going to have a big-time play. You hold it for an extra half a second. Because of that, the linemen end up in your lap. You sail the pass, turnover. I believe these plays can be coached out of him, though. So although you saw that last week, I'm not holding that against him. I think he'll learn from that. Deshaun, though, I was underwhelmed with his performance as a veteran quarterback. Here's a basic play. 2nd and 11, got to get a completion. Number 1's not open, 2's not open. Number 3 is wide open. Get a completion so that it's 3rd and manageable for your coordinator. It's a dirt ball. And then coming back, this is in the 2-minute drill. If the internal timing of your feet tell you linebackers are underneath the in cut, check the ball down to the back. Get a positive play in the 2-minute drill. Get the drive started. Instead, you just kind of throw the football up for grabs. Once again, an underwhelming play. Deshaun Watson took a delay of game, pre-snap penalty on a 1st and 10. Just things that you don't expect out of a veteran quarterback, where I saw a lot of improvement from Shedeur Sanders year 1 to year 2. So I truly believe that Shedeur is well within the realm of potentially being the starter come week 1 for the Browns.
Well, Cam said it. I mean, Shedeur, this is his day. This is his opportunity. I mean, context is king. It's a great job by Brock breaking that down, because when you look at it, like you said, Patrick, you look at the numbers and it's like, okay, well, I think that, Deshaun might have a little bit of an edge here. But when you really dig into it and look at the tape, there were several times where I was watching Deshaun, like, well, what are he looking at right here? Why isn't the ball out of his hand? And you want to say, okay, maybe it's ring rust. Maybe he hasn't been on the field in a while. But these are the same things that we kind of saw from him even when he was playing in the past. He was dynamic and a playmaker, so he could kind of cover up a lot of those sins. But what I've seen from Shedeur is what I love, man. Like, I was in camp out there last year, Brock, and I'm watching these guys throw the ball around. This kid works hard. Yeah. Like, despite what, goes on outside of football and the noise with his dad and all the other nonsense that he has to hear about. And, Patrick, you said this to me earlier. This is like his sanctuary. And you can tell that he respects this position and he wants to do things the right way. I love his approach so far. I love what I've seen on tape. I can't wait to watch him play today.
Something the numbers bore out as the season went on last year. He was the most aggressive in terms of downfield passing. He doubled up Deshaun Watson in terms of air yards per attempt in the first preseason game. So we'll see how that goes. We'll also get a chance to see much more preseason action, not just on NFL Network today, but also 3 games available for you on the ESPN app. The Rams,
football.
Vikings. Yes, it's all we do. Here, the Ravens at the Vikings at 1 p.m., the Saints at the Rams. Oh, rematch. Put your stripes away on that one at 4 p.m. And the Chiefs at the Buccaneers at 7:30 p.m. All those games available live for you on the ESPN app. But coming up on our show, the entire NFC East in action today. We're going to have highlights from the Commanders matchup against the Lions. Plus, our pair of quarterbacks discuss if one of the passers in the division needs to make a big adjustment to his game. That is next as we count down to kickoff of our game. The Bills and the Browns coming up from Cleveland on NFL Network. Stick around.
They're getting paid $5 to beta test Domino's new app, and so is she. And them. Literally all of you can now get paid just for ordering pizza. Get $5 to use on next week's order when you beta test the new app from Domino's.
What's the plan?
Simplicity!
Who's it from?
Verizon!
Describe it!
$30 for a single line!
That's actually completely correct. You got it!
It's a whole new game plan. Simplicity. Just $30 a line.
The DQ Blizzard Double Flip Deal is here. Buy 1 Blizzard treat and get a second for just 99 cents.
99 cents? That's bananas.
1, 2, 3, we got a DQ flavor, Savannah Bud.
The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Limited time. Get it in the DQ app.
When Saturday rolls around, I don't want to jump through hoops to watch college football. Good thing DirecTV makes it easy to keep up with my favorite college teams. No hopping between apps or channels.
Stream college football without the hurdles on DirecTV.
So, big news. Domino's has new s'mores lava cakes now. And get this, they'll let you get a lava cake flight. Yup, pick and choose any 3 lava cakes you want, including new s'mores lava cakes. Only at
Domino's.
Teachers show up for everyone, so we want to show up for them. That's why we're offering teachers 20% off their next purchase with Target Circle. It's back to school at Target.
Love it, love it.
You seem really nervous! I am! I have a toothache, but I'm afraid of dentists! There's a ton of great dentists on Zocdoc! The best cleaning ever! No way! This one is a network! Dr. Franco is gentle and patient! All my fears just fell away! That sounds nice! You ready? Yeah, book it! I already did! I meant, are you ready to jump? Oh yeah, I was waiting for you!
You've got options. Download the Zocdoc app today.
Square Handheld is a game changer. You literally can use it with one hand. It's very intuitive. It just makes the operation more efficient.
If the power goes down, we're able to operate with Square Handheld. It's crucial.
Get Square.
Back here on game day kickoff ahead of the Bills and the Browns there at Huntington Bank Field. Shedeur Sanders will start today. Got a note from Cam Wolfe earlier on the field. Going to have few starters, a large amount of starters on the field to start with Shedeur Sanders as this quarterback evaluation continues from Cleveland. We look elsewhere where Jackson Dart took a big hit last weekend. Viking safety Jay Ward went past blockers for that sack, prompted officials to send Dart to the blue medical tent for evaluation, which he did clear. It's not the first time we've seen Dart in the tent. He says he's unsure why he's in there so often.
As far as the blue tent, like I really respect the rules and the thought behind, the NFL has of keeping players healthy and reviewing things, but at the same time, I'm still puzzled by it just feeling like every time that I get hit, I just find my way in there.
Jackson Dart, obviously not the only person who's not a fan of seeing Jackson Dart get hit. We like seeing him here with his eyes up, paying attention to the field. The question, though, guys, and Brock, I'll start with you. Does he need to change his style of play?
It's a yes and a no. And first of all, the play that happened last week, you know, that's not on him. That's on his running back. They've already signed a running back to kind of send a message, hey, we better protect our franchise guy. But I say yes and no kind of for two reasons, right? Like, you have to be the guy that got you to this point, to be the franchise quarterback for the New York Giants, right? And I think the way he plays energizes his teammates, the coaching staff, the fan base, but also at the same time, you have to know when a play is over. And you have to be available to your organization every single game out there if you're going to get things turned around in New York. So what I mean by that, know when the play's over, right? Like, is that extra yard or two on first or second down necessary of a big hit, or do we slide and get out of bounds versus is it a third down play? Is it a touchdown play? So it's a happy medium, but if anybody can coach him, I think it's John Harbaugh because of his experience with Lamar Jackson.
That's a great point you make with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Pat Mahomes, all these guys are Pat, maybe not so much lately, but those guys, Russell Wilson, Lamar, they do a great job of really stressing the defense out, using their legs, making dynamic plays, but then they also get down, Patrick. Like, they know when the play is over. Guess what? You didn't touch me. I get to jog back to the huddle, just got a first down, just dismantled your defense with my legs or my throwing ability outside the pocket. All that stuff is beautiful. You can coach that stuff out of him. Andy Reid did a good job with Pat Mahomes. You don't want, like you've said earlier, like, you don't want to take that away from him. You want him to be aggressive. That's what he's been his whole life. But you also you build in parameters, and you teach him that you can be dynamic and effective, but then also take the soul from the defense by saying you're not going to get hits on me. You don't get free shots on me. What the most stressful thing that I watch when I watch Lamar Jackson, he'll run around, make five guys miss, slide. Yeah. Get back to the huddle, like, no one touched me. It's like, man, that's the most deflating thing. So Jackson needs to do that. I think the coaches have to step in and kind of coach that along. But I think for the most part, we need him on the field, man. That's the biggest thing for number 6.
And we'll see how much the improvement has come, not just from Jackson Dart, but the folks around him in terms of protecting him. One of our games here coming up today on NFL Network. Here's the rest of the action that we can see today, focusing on those Bills and Browns, the Giants and the Dolphins. Chiefs, Buccaneers on the ESPN app. The Cowboys and the Cardinals wrapping things up tonight on NFL Network. We've also got a game going on right now. Washington at Detroit. Jason Benetti and TJ Lang on the call.
We obviously know today is going to be a lot of vanilla things, probably play actions, 3-step drops, but just fun, execute the offense that Drew Petzing wants to call.
Behind an offensive line that has a handful of starters, we won't see Penei Sewell, but we will see quite a bit of the starting offensive line as Sailor's on the carry there. There is Juice Scruggs, our players to watch, brought to you by MGM Grand, TJ.
And they're looking for a starting center. We obviously know Cade Mays is going to be out for a couple weeks, probably into the middle of October. So Juice Scruggs getting the first snaps here with the starting offense. And then Christian Mahogany, another guy that is in a position battle at that left guard spot. The coaches say, hey, we want him to be the guy. We just need to see a little bit more consistency. So great opportunity for these two guys to show what their coaches what they can do.
Play action, flag down, and Dobbs gets leveled. He loses the football. It's down on the ground, rolling into the end zone, and it's batted around, and it looks like picked up by Washington for a touchdown, Commanders. Amik Robertson knocked it free, and Joshua Josephs got on top of it for the score. We'll check the marker.
Yeah, and it's going to be on the Lions, so that's going to stand. It looked like either illegal formation.
Illegal formation against the offense. The left tackle is in cover. That penalty is declined. The play results in a touchdown.
So everything you talked about at the outset.
So right there, we get a shot at the Amik Robertson revenge game.
Protect yourself.
The Pastronaut sees the ball make it into space for the other team for a touchdown. Shedeur Sanders on his way to his first preseason start. We'll get a chance to evaluate the quarterback when we come back on Game Day Kickoff. Speaking of evaluating quarterbacks with our quarterbacks, Fernando had to watch one go the other way. He actually tried to chase it down. What impact does that have on his mission to become the Raiders starting quarterback? We hit that next on NFL Network.
They're getting paid $5 to beta test Domino's new app, and so is she. And them. Literally all of you can now get paid just for ordering pizza. Get $5 to use on next week's order when you beta test the new app from
Domino's.
An invitation to the feeling of a life well designed. The invitation to Lexus Summer Sales Event.
Jermaine is typically on the road for months at a time. I like to make him feel comfortable. I love Downy because it makes the sheets smell so fresh all week.
Fresh sheets for 7 nights.
These sheets smell like home.
Downy.
Watching my team is too expensive and complicated.
Well, Sling has basketball, baseball, hockey, tennis, and more at a great price.
Huh. Guess I could put this back on.
Sports and more for a great price. Sling lets you do that.
It's not exactly a watch party if there's nothing to watch. Good thing Walmart Express delivery comes in as fast as an hour.
1 hour? Who knew?
Sorry!
I think I got this.
Let's take the penalty kicks outside.
Guys, Cooler 101. It doesn't refill itself.
Crisis averted, my man.
Walmart delivers that fast?
Who knew? I say one, you say hour. One! I say, who wants a margarita?
So, big news. Domino's has new s'mores lava cakes now. And get this, they'll let you get a lava cake flight. Yup, pick and choose any 3 lava cakes you want, including new s'mores lava cakes. Only at
Domino's.
Scott just learned what happens when you have spotty coverage, be it sunscreen or cell service. You get burnt. Exactly. When you get wireless service from a cable company, you can get scorched. Consumer Cellular is ranked #1 for network coverage satisfaction, and our plan start at just $20 a month. Nice.
Does Consumer Cellular have Allo?
Well, we're a phone company, Scott, but I can check. Save up to half on the exact same coverage with unlimited everything for $35. Call or visit Consumer Cellular.
If you keep making that face, it's going to stay like that.
I'm trying to get my own car insurance.
USAA. Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. Easy.
USAA. Check if you're eligible today.
Whatever the moment, make it a cocktail. On the Rocks, bartender-created cocktails.
They're getting paid $5 to beta test Domino's new app, and so is she. And them. Literally all of you can now get paid just for ordering pizza. Get $5 to use on next week's order when you beta test the new app from
Domino's.
There is so much NFL on ESPN right now, it's disgusting. I love it. Monday Night Football's on, the pregame and postgame are on, and then like 4 more shows about those shows every week. I don't speak Roman, but I'm pretty sure Super Bowl 61 is on. NFL Network is now on the ESPN app. If they had any more football, my doctor will have some words. No, we're good. Sick. Football is on. This is your life now.
Back here on Game Day Kickoff ahead of the Bills and the Browns there from Cleveland coming up at 1 o'clock Eastern. Our first chance to see Shedeur Sanders starting in the preseason for his second season as we look ahead to that one. Speaking of the Browns, former Browns running back Nick Chubb announcing his retirement from the NFL. He posted a statement on Instagram last night saying in part, quote, "I wanted to lead the league in rushing, win MVP, and win a Super Bowl for the city of Cleveland. I wasn't able to accomplish any of those things. And what's frustrating, but I also is given a little peace by the fact that I gave it my all." Chubb, the only player in NFL history with 5 or more yards per carry in each of his first 5 seasons. Congratulations on a great career, despite you feeling frustrated about some of those things. Nick Chubb, one of the best we've seen in a while. The Las Vegas Raiders and Fernando Mendoza and Kirk Cousins, quarterbacks working together, coming out of the tunnel ahead of their game against the Texans and C.J. Stroud last night. Texans offense starting pretty good. Woody Marks cutting this one back, power into the end zone.
That, Patrick. We get some run game in Houston. Fantastic.
His new teammate, David Montgomery, fired up. That was going to be it for C.J. Stroud. What about Fernando Mendoza? Ensuing Raiders drive, 2nd and 15 from their own 21.
Well, absolutely.
Jalen Naylor.
Such a good throw. I mean, dime.
22 yards. They get to the 43-yard line a couple plays later. 1st and 10 from the Texans' 24. Looking for Mike Washington Jr., but it's picked off by Wade Woodhouse, who outruns Mendoza 80 yards to the house for the touchdown. The Texans extend their lead. They would go on to give up that lead. The Raiders would come back and win it 22-20. Fernando Mendoza, 8 of 15, 86 yards, and that one interception. Gets picked up by Max Crosby there. So there's the quarterback comparison. You see things coming out in favor of the veteran as Kirk Cousins has Fernando Mendoza has that one interception. This is week 1 versus week 2. The week 1 numbers looking a little bit better. The passer rating way favoring Fernando Mendoza in week 1. Season 1 for Fernando Mendoza. 4 starts, 5 starts. Clint Kubiak on his young quarterback. We'll have a chance to hear from him. But first, let's discuss the quarterback situation with our NFL Network insider, Mike Garafolo. Mike, we were on the Insiders about a month and change ago. Clint Kubiak says, yeah, it's Kirk Cousins' starting job. Now he seems non-committal on who the starting quarterback is. Does Fernando have a chance at this job?
Patrick, I'm going to still say that it's going to be Kirk Cousins week 1 for the Raiders. Clint Kubiak asked to clarify why he wouldn't commit to Cousins after this game the other night. He came back the next day and said, we still have some time. I don't want anybody to be comfortable in their job. And I'm going to lean toward, yeah, that's the real reason why he wouldn't go to that route. Maybe if Mendoza didn't throw that pick 6, we'd be having a different conversation because he made a great throw right before that. He made some really good throws in week 1 of the preseason, and he has certainly impressed the folks inside the Raiders building all the way up, and I'm saying all the way up, including Tom Brady, with what he's been able to do on a day-in, day-out basis in the spring, during training camp, and even in the preseason. There's that throw right there that I was just talking about. He's been able to show them the footwork he needs to do, play action, turning his back to the defense, all the things you have to do in this offense. They are supremely impressed with what he's done. But everything that Clint Kubiak has indicated since he got this job and since he was talking back at the league meeting in March that he would love a rookie quarterback to sit first. So I still think it's going to wind up being Kirk. But Mendoza certainly has turned up the heat a little bit and indicated to this team that if there's an opening for him to play early in the season, that he's deserving of.
Yeah, the opportunity to evaluate a rookie quarterback in his very first start against a Houston Texans defense that has had a pretty good run here recently, albeit those second teamers still pretty good. Mike Garafolo with the latest look at the Raiders as we get to hear from the Raiders head coach Clint Kubiak on that decision after the game.
Sat in our quarterback meeting night before the game, listened to him go through his progressions and reads and adjustments. I was very impressed with how prepared he has made himself. That whole quarterback room, led by Coach Sullivan and Andrew, have done an excellent job of being prepared. I was pleased with watching the tape. He had really good ball placement on the first third down of the game with a guy in his face. So in the critical downs, I thought he was playing his best. There are things that we must get corrected that will be addressed ASAP.
So first time to play on the road against the Houston Texans. Some parts didn't go well. What did you think of the performance from the rookie, David?
I love Clint because he's just who he is. He's going to tell you straight up what he feels. And so I think that they're actually just going through the process. They're evaluating. They're seeing things every day that we don't get a chance to see. We get to see the small snippets. That's what sometimes I have a hard time. Like, okay, it's the pick 6 and maybe it'd be different. Yeah, but there's so many plays that he's so many snaps he's taken. Watching these guys on the field is where you're going to find where they are. And Clint Kubiak told me personally, it's like, I know he's going to be ready when he makes the other 10 guys ready and make them elevate their play on the field. And so for me, that's what we have to look at. I'm in no rush to start Fernando. I'm fine if he starts week 1. I think he's got one of the best quarterback elevating staffs you can have in this league. As far as getting a young guy ready, Mike Sullivan is my quarterback coach for the Giants. He is unbelievable at having you prepared for a football game. So I think for Fernando, he's in a great spot. He's in an absolutely great spot. This is similar to me to like Kurt Warner and the Giants, right? With Eli Manning sitting there. It's like, yeah, we got Kurt. Let's play him. Let's see what happens. And as soon as they fell out of the race in the division, here comes Eli. So I think that's kind of what we're looking at, I think. I think Clint's played good football. Obviously, Kirk's played good football under Clint. So they can do that, no doubt. Physically, Fernando's absolutely the guy. You can see him ripping around the yard, but I think this is just a matter of time, really. So I'm not in a rush. Fernando absolutely could do it, but I think right now you're probably going to see Clint go with Kurt early and then see what happens with the division and maybe put him in later in the year.
I agree with everything you just said. I really do. But if Fernando Mendoza is out there on the field come week 1, I'm not also going to be surprised. You think about the situations he's been in throughout his career, Indiana, Cal. This kid has a different mental makeup, right? He's unique, and the moment has never been too big for him. Shoot, his entire career at Cal, it seemed like he was in a quarterback battle, right? And then I think about the situation that he's in. We mentioned Kubiak, right? If the system that Clint is going to call, it's going to be run heavy. There's going to be a lot of screens, play action. there's going to be less things asked of a rookie quarterback than what a lot of guys have had to go through prior. So I'm comfortable knowing that Fernando is with Clint Kubiak. They've invested in the offensive line. I think there's a lot of good there. And he's also shown us a lot of things throughout this preseason that says why he might be the guy. Kubiak mentioned the night before meeting. I sat in those meetings before. I was coached by Kubiak. You need to know everything about the playbook if you're going to play, and he just said he was impressed with Fernando.
I was coached by his dad. I'm a lot older.
Me too. I got both Kubiaks. I got both.
Well, so we got Clint with Fernando, David. You said
know those meetings.
Yeah, they're great.
You better know your stuff.
Absolutely,
and for him to say Fernando does, that's big time.
That is big time.
Got the honest evaluation from Clint. Fernando will provide an honest evaluation as well. The preseason continues. Don't miss marquee matchups today on NFL Network and streaming on the ESPN app, including the A.J. Brown revenge game against the Eagles, although they had a good time there when things were going on. The Cowboys' second matchup of the preseason, and our best look at the Browns quarterback race as it comes down the final stretch.
Shedeur Sanders finds himself in a remarkable position.
Let's go. Y'all look at it as like a competition.
My answer to this question would be Deshaun Watson.
I think each and every person that walks into this locker room should have that mindset that you want to start. That's why we show up each and every day.
This is the most important thing I have to do in my life.
Good news.
The true sign of a quarterback competition when they have music videos to chronicle just how it has been. Shedeur Sanders, his turn to start, a chance to start at home. We heard from Cam Wolfe earlier today that it is a Shedeur-leaning crowd, perhaps a part of the decision by Todd Monken to have Deshaun start his first game on the road and Shedeur start there at Huntington Bank Field on the shores of Lake Erie. So what has to happen for this to be Shedeur Sanders' job? David?
It's interesting because we threw up the box score, we show the stats, and that doesn't always tell the story. As Brock laid out with the video earlier, it's like it's a beautiful picture. You got to see the context. And so we can go back and we can look at some context for Shedeur. What does he have to do? I think he has to win this job because business comes into this as well. So when you look at the tape from even last year, like Shedeur was good. He played well at times. This is like rain coming down. Is that snow? I don't know. Who knows what's happening? But his eyes are down the field. He's not affected by the pressure. He holds his safety in the middle of the field and he lets this thing rip. His back foot hits the ground and the ball is out. He makes a nice, accurate, driven throw up the seam. Beautiful big play. Here's a great job of recognizing what's happening. This is the thing where I think that he's made the biggest strides. Ball's out. Like, you got a free rusher. I'm not going to hold it. I'm not going to try to make a hero play. I'm going to get the ball to my playmakers, and we're going to be good. Now I'm going to communicate a little bit. I'm going to recognize. I'm going to communicate. Now I got to execute. All right, so I bring my receiver in. I know I got the matchup I want down the sideline. I'm going to make a beautiful throw, and as we spin this thing around, you'll see. What is that, sleet? Snow? I don't know, but the ball's flying through it, right? And so he's built for this. Like Patrick alluded, let's play at home. This is going to be great. It's a great opportunity for Shedeur to go take this job because I think that's what he's going to have to do is go out there and take it, but he's fully capable of doing so.
You nailed it, David. That breakdown was perfect. More of that, right?
Yep.
And more of what we saw last season in the good, and then more of what we saw last week in preseason 1. I thought he showed a ton of improvement. There was urgency in his drops. He was getting the ball out on time. Yes, there was the one turnover, but I firmly believe that can be coached out of him. This kid cares about the game. I don't care about the off-field stuff and maybe what you see on social media or in the media. This kid loves ball, and he wants to be a leader of men. He wants to go win this job, and I'll be honest, I was the guy coming into preseason thinking that it's Deshaun Watson no matter what. But after the game last week, breaking down the tape, I tell you what, it's evident that Shedeur cares about this. He wants this job, and if you truly want it, go take it today because today's your opportunity. You play great. I think he's the starter week 1.
If he improves half as much as the conditions improved in Cleveland from that wintry mix to out there on the field in sunglasses, it's his job no matter what. As we get closer to that game, the Bills and the Browns coming up on NFL Network. Oh, yeah, Josh Allen.
Another quarterback in this game.
With the Buffalo Bills. He's pretty good. We discuss if the Bills have made enough improvement to get back where they would like to be in the Super Bowl. It's been a while. Game day kickoff continues coming up on NFL Network.
Here's the kickoff, and it goes to Robbins, and he takes it from the scrimmage.
Dude, this is a big game. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Whoa, you got the game?
Yeah. Go.
Yes. Are you guys watching the game?
Yes, it's NFL Plus.
It's 4th and goal, and the clock continues to tick.
Oh, no.
What will they do?
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus and keep the NFL in reach.
They're getting paid $5 to beta test Domino's new app, and so is she. And them. Literally all of you can now get paid just for ordering pizza. Get $5 to use on next week's order when you beta test the new app from
Domino's.
When Saturday rolls around, I don't want to jump through hoops to watch college football. Good thing DirecTV makes it easy to keep up with my favorite college teams. No hopping between apps or channels.
Stream college football without the hurdles on DirecTV.
The DQ Blizzard Double Flip Deal is here. Buy one Blizzard treat and get a second for just 99 cents.
99 cents? That's bananas.
1, 2, 3, we got a DQ flavor, Savannah. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Limited time. Get it in the DQ app.
And Doug.
I'm glad we could all play today.
They say tennis is great for remembering you can customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
Do they, Doug?
Well, I say it. Limu, ball me. Limu, ball me again? Again? My bad!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
What did you bring back from your last trip? A dumpling you'll never forget. What nature truly feels like. A bit of local art. A soulmate for the week. Finding out you love a good poncho. And glamping. And that durian is everything they say it is. Everywhere you go with Marriott Bonvoy shapes you, making you the greatest souvenir of all. Explore our entire world of hotel brands and experiences.
All right, focus up. What's the plan?
Simplicity!
Who's it from?
Verizon!
Describe it!
$30 for a single line!
Yeah, that's actually completely correct. You got it! Yeah!
We have a whole new game plan. Simplicity. One plan, one price. $30 for a single line.
So, big news. Domino's has new s'mores lava cakes now. And get this, they'll let you get a lava cake flight. Yup, pick and choose any 3 lava cakes you want, including new s'mores lava cakes. Only at
Domino's.
Set your alarm Sunday mornings this fall, because football's on.
Good morning. It's going to be a movie today.
Rise and watch football's biggest stars in 5 international games across 3 iconic cities. Wake up to Sunday morning football on NFL Network and the ESPN app.
Back on NFL Network, Patrick Claybon, David Carr, Brock Osweiler waiting for the game between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills, where Shedeur Sanders will start, as Todd Monken getting closer to making that decision on which quarterback, Sanders, Watson, will be his starter. Preseason action going on this week. Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos against Jordan Love and the Packers. First quarter, Love, Marshawn Lloyd, 11-yard touchdown, picking up right where they left off.
How sharp was Love last night? Sharp. Came out slinging. It's great.
He will be done for the night after that, finished 5 of 7 with that touchdown. In comes Bo Nix, first game action since fracturing his ankle in that win over the Buffalo Bills. Hey, they're bringing Jalen Waddle, so he throws it to him.
There's the new chess piece.
That's going to be fun, man.
Broncos country loving it.
Yep.
They get 35 yards down to the 25. 3 plays later, Nix has R.J. Harvey out of the backfield, 21-yard touchdown. The Packers would ultimately win 33-13, but Broncos fans get what they mainly wanted, an opportunity to see Bo Nix out there healthy and being Bo Nix with a big smile on his face as we look for a Bo Nix and the Broncos, let's be honest, a Bo Nix injury away from an opportunity to play in the Super Bowl. What do you want to see, Brock, as a former Broncos quarterback, from Bo Nix in year 3?
Well, listen, just a lot more of what we saw in the first 2 years. You really have to start nitpicking Bo Nix, for this conversation to say, where does he need to improve? But if you really want one topic, it's pushing the football down the field. A season ago, he was 6.4 yards per attempt. That was towards the bottom of the league. Some metrics showed as low as 29/30th. So if you're to nitpick the situation, you want more explosive plays. What does that do? It's going to open up your run game. It's going to open up the underneath throws that he's so deadly accurate with and has already had success with. That's also why you brought in Jalen Waddle. Sean Payton knew what the issues were with the offense when you look back to a year ago. You want a more dynamic passing game. You want to use Bo Nix's arm, get that ball down the field. That's why Waddle comes in. You have Cortland Sutton. But listen, I firmly believe if Bo plays in the AFC Championship game, the Broncos are representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. So not a whole lot needs to be changed, but if you're going to nitpick the situation, let's push the ball down the field a little bit this year.
You're sharpening the sword, and you had that play from Jalen Waddle. That's got to be like, for Broncos fans, that's got to be exciting. And they throw the ball at the line of scrimmage a lot as well. So, like, Jalen's going to catch a lot of screens. He's going to get the ball in his hands and be explosive there. But I really love the down the field element. You nailed it. Like, that's what they got to do, is be able to push the ball down the field vertically, and he's going to help for sure.
Yeah, as for the nitpicking, and we do acknowledge that these are preseason games. It's a small sample size, 11.5 air yards per attempt for Bo Nix in that game against the Green Bay Packers. Yes, we are looking ahead to the Browns and the Bills, where Josh Allen and Buffalo get their second preseason game under new head coach Joe Brady, who comes in after Sean McDermott is sent packing, as we get a chance to look back at the history for the Buffalo Bills, losing in the divisional round, the AFC Championship game, back-to-back losses in the divisional round before that, and then another one in 2021. They lost the AFC Championship game back in 2020, so that's the road ahead for the Buffalo Bills, or at least a look back. As David, we ask ourselves, after the changes, they've made some personnel changes, it wasn't just the coach, is that enough to get the Bills into the Super Bowl?
I mean, we'll see. I mean, you can't guarantee anything, but it gives you a chance, especially when you got a guy like Josh Allen. I mean, the biggest thing for me with Josh is, like, his ability to move, and then I think Joe Brady's going to put him under center. I think that's the thing that you've seen is kind of taken over the league, and everyone's kind of going to this run play action stuff and kind of keep the quarterback healthy. I think you can use his legs, obviously, but let's use them in a different way. And I think what we've seen in the preseason so far, they've done that. He's gotten out on the perimeter. He's made some dynamic plays. I think defensively they haven't gotten over the hump, because they need to be better. And so you make a change. Now the play caller for Josh is now the head coach. He's in charge. Maybe he's got some more wrinkles. They have the leading rusher in the NFL. That's a good start. Find ways to keep this guy upright on the field and healthy. Be opportunistic on defense. You don't have to be great. Take the ball away. I think that's one thing you can be a little disruptive against the quarterback on the other side.
I love Jim Leonard at defensive coordinator. I think that's a great hire. You talk about taking the ball away. That's going to be an attacking defense.
I agree.
And folks that want to see Josh Allen perhaps score a lot of football is fantasy football.
You talking fantasy?
Yeah, we're talking fantasy, David, because it's important. The ESPN Fantasy Football, now the official game of the NFL. New this season, knockout leagues, where each week the lowest scoring team is eliminated until only one is left standing. Download the ESPN Fantasy app for free today. Sign up to play the #1 fantasy game. We got a little Keystone Cops-ish. The defense scored a touchdown for Washington. We saw that last time. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders' offense get their first possession. Let's get back out to Detroit with Jason Benetti.
Here we go. Derek Moore, DJ Wanham, Tyleek Williams getting some reps, along with Levi Onwuzurike, who he can do himself a lot of favors by showing up today and having some nice plays on that defensive line.
And they will face the starting quarterback for the Commanders, good old number 5, Jaden Daniels from midfield. Former Heisman Trophy winner rolls to his right and throws under pressure. He had to bail and get rid of it. Devin White was closest to him.
Yeah, nice little pressure there. Devin White going to come on the inside. Derek Moore, look at I like the bull rush there, right? Collapse the pocket. Don't give Jaden Daniels. It's so tricky to rush against quarterbacks like this, because if you make one wrong move and you let up that edge, you let up that contain, he can really hurt you with his feet. I love the pressure there from Kelvin Shepard, sending Devin White right through the A-gap to really not give Jaden Daniels any options.
8th-year man out of LSU, Devin White, a veteran in this league, former 5th overall pick by Tampa Bay. Play action for Daniels, under pressure again. He is swallowed up all the way back at the 39-yard line. DJ Wanham crashed in.
That's a heck of an awareness play from DJ Wanham on the backside. He's not going to bite on the play action. He finds a little crease there, beats the tight end, and that's what you have to do as a defensive end in this league. If you want to be a big-time player and put a lot of respect on your name, you have to absolutely refuse to be blocked one-on-one by a tight end. That's a matchup that you love. Great recognition there from DJ Wanham on the backside. Also a little pressure coming from the edge as well to force Washington into a really third and long situation here.
30 career sacks for DJ Wanham. There is a pedigree there as they will run it. Katron Allen, the former Nittany Lion, will get some of it back to the original line of scrimmage.
We'll get back to more preseason action, but look forward to A.J. Brown going up against his old team. What is he going to do for this New England Patriots offense that was in the Super Bowl earlier this year? We'll be back on Game Day Kickoff.
They're getting paid $5 to beta test Domino's new app, and so is she. And them. Literally all of you can now get paid just for ordering pizza. Get $5 to use on next week's order when you beta test the new app from
Dom. My nose. When you give someone your word, you keep it. Over 100 years ago, soldiers built USAA on that promise. Today, we're still taking care of the military, their spouses, kids, and then grandkids. USAA, taking care of our own.
This Home Depot bestseller is helping homeowners transform their homes in a weekend. Get the look of stone without expensive labor or lengthy installations, and even do it yourself. Most projects take just a few hours. GenStone is Home Depot's top-rated and best-selling faux stone panel system. Trusted by thousands of homeowners nationwide. GenStone's perfect for any flat surface, including foundations, siding, fireplaces, and more. With fast, free delivery in as little as 1 to 2 days, your project can start this weekend. Save on GenStone during this exclusive Home Depot event. Text DEPOT to 59583 and we'll send you a direct link to shop.
This is the story of Rachel and her dog, Bella. Bella needed surgery. The medical bills piled up, and suddenly Rachel's debt was a wall between everything that they loved to do together. Accredited Debt Relief built a plan she could actually manage with one lower monthly payment, giving her a way out. They can give you a clear path forward, too. Get your free consultation today.
When Saturday rolls around, I don't want to jump through hoops to watch college football. Good thing DirecTV makes it easy to keep up with my favorite college teams. No hopping between apps or channels.
Stream college football without the hurdles on DirecTV.
So, big news. Domino's has new s'mores lava cakes now. And get this, they'll let you get a lava cake flight. Yup, pick and choose any 3 lava cakes you want, including new s'mores lava cakes. Only at
Dom. My nose.
The rest of the year can be lonely, just you and your thoughts and your co-worker Tony. But now that ESPN and NFL fantasy have aligned, it's fantasy Monday time. So dust off the group, try to break out the memes. It's time to talk trash about your best friend's teams. The game's never been more innovative, even in that league with the guy you once dated. ESPN Fantasy's the reason it's bonding season.
All right, team, listen up. I've changed my mind. I'm gonna add the truffle butter filet mignon.
Oh, that's a great decision, boss.
I'll take the miso chicken.
See, that's for me.
I'm gonna do the blackened salmon.
Sweet and sour shrimp for me.
Whenever we are making a decision, we go to Square first. It's like the mothership for how we run a restaurant.
I'm getting information that I never got before.
Square supports the business in its entirety.
Get Square.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to get kicked in the face? I think I could handle it.
Do you want to watch a movie? Man Cave Movies has a lot of great options. Watch now on Fubo.
Back here on Game Day Kickoff, looking forward to the preseason action today. Coming up tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern on NFL Network, as well as the ESPN app. It is A.J. Brown going up against his teammates that he won the Super Bowl with in Philadelphia, as the Eagles are traveling to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots again tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time. A.J. Brown got an early reunion this week, his former team, as the Eagles played host to the Pats for joint practice on Wednesday. He daps it up his old quarterback, gives him a hug. Look at the smiles for the folks who question that relationship. No issues with his new quarterback, Drake May, who's all smiles when it comes to their partnership in New England.
Yeah, I think anytime a receiver like that, who carries that much weight, and just find ways to get him the football. And like I said, all the time, I try to get the ball into their hands because they make me look good. And that's, the number one thing with AJ. He's made, a lot of, plays in his career, taking it the distance on, crossing routes and making, great catches on deep balls, and he's just he's another leader in the huddle too. I think that's one of the biggest things with AJ. He's got this demeanor and respect from the team that he just walked in with because of the player he's been, and I think he's taking that head on, and I really respect the way he goes about his work.
Back here with our quarterbacks, Brock Osweiler and David Carr. So all the offseason discussion, he's finally there. What does A.J. Brown do for this Patriots offense, Brock?
He's a game changer. I absolutely love this pickup by the Patriots in the offseason. You think about what Diggs did for the Patriots last year, right? 1,000+ yards. He was a solid number 1 for Drake May in year 2. But this guy right here, I mean, A.J. Brown is an absolute game-changing number 1 wide receiver. Not only is he going to help your offense that, don't forget, played for a Lombardi trophy last year and came up short, they just got so much better. It's not only is he going to be a huge piece to the offense and his quarterback, but it's the pressure he puts on defenses. Defensive coordinators have to decide, how do we want to play him? Do we want to play 2 high safeties? Great, you just helped out your run game. Okay, do we want to play a single high safety and play him one-on-one? Well, now he's going to beat you 10 out of 10 times. Or do you want to double him? Now, if you double him, now you're singling up your other receivers, backs, tight ends. So he's that chess piece that every organization wants at wide receiver. He can take a tunnel screen the distance for a touchdown. He can win on go balls, posts. I mean, he is a dynamic, true blue number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah, he dictates coverage. That's the best thing. Like, as a play caller, Josh McDaniels he's got to be loving it because they didn't really. I mean, Diggs was fantastic. I agree. Right. Just for a young quarterback, he's shown he could do that for guys. But this guy changes the game because as soon as you put him somewhere, you know what the defense is going to do, how they're going to declare. Now your run game pops off. Now other guys can step up and make plays. He makes everybody else that's catching the ball better. He makes your run game better. It's a dynamic relationship if he can be, because the other thing is wearing number 1. Yeah. He's going to be number 1 in the read progression at all times. Yeah. Like, that. Like, that's where it's going to start and end. I love the fit. I think it's going to be great.
Well, and he's refreshed. I mean, you can tell he's motivated again. He's focused. He's happy. Yeah. Like, you're going to get the best of A.J. Brown this year.
No doubt.
Joining an offense that was already good on deep one-on-one passing, especially with Kayshon Boutte down the sideline.
That's right.
Also good deep one-on-one passing down the sideline. A.J. Brown, more to come here on Game Day Kickoff as the Eagles and the Patriots are one matchup of 10 preseason games. The Bills and the Browns kick things off at the top of the hour here on NFL Network. All of these games available for the ESPN app. And we will get a chance to get more of this preseason action coming up here on NFL Network as we see both Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson coming out of the tunnel. About 10 and change till we get a chance to get this game started. We'll keep you ready for it on NFL Network.
They're getting paid $5 to beta test Domino's new app, and so is she. And them. Literally all of you can now get paid just for ordering pizza. Get $5 to use on next week's order when you beta test the new app from
Domino's. An invitation to the feeling of a life well designed. The invitation to Lexus Summer Sales Event.
Whatever the moment, make it a cocktail. On the Rocks, bartender-created cocktails.
When Saturday rolls around, I don't want to jump through hoops to watch college football. Good thing DirecTV makes it easy to keep up with my favorite college teams. No hopping between apps or channels.
Stream college football without the hurdles on DirecTV.
And Doug.
I'm glad we could all play today.
They say tennis is great for remembering you can customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
Do they, Doug?
Well, I say it. Limu, ball me. Limu, ball me again?
Again? My bad.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
They're getting paid $5 to beta test Domino's new app, and so is she. And them. Literally all of you can now get paid just for ordering pizza. Get $5 to use on next week's order when you beta test the new app from
Domino's.
My human loves an upgrade, so he switched to Verizon and gets the newest phone every year with a Simplicity plan, like the new Google Pixel 11 Pro. Even I wouldn't eat that.
Gemini, order me 8 large cheese pizzas for delivery ASAP.
Thankfully, Gemini can upgrade this situation, too. Good boy, Jim.
Switch to Verizon. Get one line on the Simplicity plan and Google Pixel 11 Pro today, plus the latest phone every year. All for just $80 a month.
Dinner is served.
Coming home to Febreze Plug feels like the best welcome home ever. Because Febreze has a microchip to control scent release, so it's first day fresh for 50 days. And a refill light, so every welcome home is delightful.
So, big news. Domino's has new s'mores lava cakes now. And get this, they'll let you get a lava cake flight. Yup, pick and choose any 3 lava cakes you want, including new s'mores lava cakes. Only at
Domino's. What happened? Picked off. What? I don't know. Was it a fumble? Was it a pick? What? Are we punting? Are we going for it? Like, what are we doing? I don't know what's going on, guys. I got you wagyu.
Watch with NFL Plus.
Don't get stuck without football.
Texans want a catch.
Get live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus, and keep the NFL in reach.
Hey, where's the food? What a throw.
Back here on Game Day Kickoff, time for a game break. Looking back at Washington and Detroit, we saw Josh Dobbs with a fumble that led to a touchdown. What about the passion? I get it back on the ground, guys.
There we go.
He's looking around for a defender. There's not one, Josh.
Beautiful.
The Lions come back and tie the game at 7 apiece. As we see, Josh Dobbs still got the wheels, as he did back there in Knoxville. Touchdown there, 7-7. As we're back here, getting set for kickoff there in Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders getting a chance to start. He came in the second half last week in the Browns preseason opener. Had a turnover. A lot of conversation about that turnover as folks watching the stats felt like Deshaun Watson might have the advantage. Shedeur Sanders on his mindset before this game.
Mindset heading into the practice, I would say the same approach we have every practice that we go to. Go out there, get completions, run the offense the right way, and that's the main focus. I'll say every day of my life is important. Every day is important. I wouldn't say it's a day that's not important, so that's just another day going out there doing what I got to do, honestly. I don't really feel anxiety or any pressure, even going into things like that anymore because it's like that's how I approach everything. So, it's just another day of going to work, That's all it is for me.
So just another day clocking in for Shedeur Sanders as we get back out to Cleveland, where the folks in the stadium, the folks that want to know about this Browns quarterback decision, as Cam Wolf joins us, are leaning into this a little more heavily. What are we expected to see today, Cam?
Yeah, Patrick, I was just watching Shedeur Sanders warm up. He was the last player off the field, getting more throw-on-the-run throws to his receivers. He looked up to the crowd, shook his head up and down a couple times, and went into the locker room. He seems ready for his moment, and this is a huge moment for Shedeur Sanders. I talked with Coach Todd Monken, and he made clear to me this quarterback battle is not over, and today is going to be a huge part of their evaluation in deciding who is the starter. I expect them to talk about this Sunday, and a decision could come as early as Monday. And so this is the last sample size for Shedeur to show what he can do. I've watched him through our pregame warm-up. He looks locked in. I walk the sidelines talking to Browns decision makers. They say they want to see Shedeur control the operation, get into those 2-minute and 4-minute drives, and show that he is ready to be the starting quarterback, and show that playmaking ability that has made this so intriguing for him. Of course, Deshaun Watson will play the third quarter. Dylan Gabriel will play the fourth quarter. But one thing to watch, rain is in the forecast. Clouds are darkening. It could be second quarter, third quarter that we get some rain on Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson's last audition for Todd Monken.
And Cam, we will take the blame for that as we were just celebrating the pristine weather there in Cleveland, looking ahead to this quarterback competition between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. Cam Wolf there at the Browns and Bills matchup. If you look back last season, for then head coach Kevin Stefanski, not featuring Deshaun Watson. This was all of the quarterbacks, Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel, as well as Joe Flacco, finishing last or second to last in completion percentage, yards per attempt, touchdown interception ratio, and passer rating. Unfortunately, we have two quarterbacks here on the set on Stage 1 of NFL Network Studios. David Carr, Brock Osweiler. Brock, I'll start with you. Yeah. How does Shedeur build off of his performance in week 1 of the preseason?
Don't change a thing. I mean, obviously, you got to cut the turnovers. The interception a week ago wasn't great. It was a throw that if he threw on time, it's an explosive gain. Held it for an extra half a second. He sailed it, turnover. But those are things that I firmly believe Shedeur can learn from, and those can be coached out of him. He's only going to get better. Last week, I saw urgency, pre-snap, getting guys lined up in his cadence. I loved his footwork from under center. He's cutting the ball loose, throwing with accuracy. I mean, he looks like a different quarterback from his rookie season, and that's what you want to see in a young player. I mean, it's clear and evident. This thing matters to him. You know, I don't care what people, say about Shedeur off the field and some of the things that have been on social media. When it comes to playing ball and being a leader of men and being a quarterback in the National Football League, there's nothing that means more to Shedeur Sanders than that. So I just think he needs to continue to do what he showed.
The way they play and the volume of snaps that these guys get today.
Patrick, this is Shedeur Sanders' moment. It is his day. He will start. He will play the first half. Most of the Browns' veteran starters will sit, but he will have some young starters like his left tackle Spencer Fano, his receiver Denzel Boston to throw through. And I've been watching Shedeur in warm-ups. He looks locked in. He looks loose in his zone, ready to show Todd Monken why he can be the starter. Monken confirmed to me that this battle is not over, and Shedeur does have a chance to still win this. He has to be able to show it with his play out there. Can he have his best game as a Brown? As for the rest of the game, Deshaun Watson will play in the third quarter. And if there was a sign that this battle isn't over, it's that Watson is playing with backups in the third quarter. If you knew he was your starter, you wouldn't be playing him this late in the game. So there is still a chance for Shedeur. Dillon Gabriel will get the fourth quarter as well. And look, I've talked to Shedeur about this. He said, I don't feel any anxiety. I don't feel any extra pressure. It's me versus myself. The crowd I've walked around here is undoubtedly pro Shedeur. They are ready for him to show his potential, show his playmaking ability. And can he show enough to prove to Todd Monken that he should be the starting quarterback? I expect this decision early next week, Monday or Tuesday. So this could be the final evidence that both quarterbacks have to show they should be the guy in Cleveland.
Perhaps closing arguments coming up from Cleveland, thanks to Cam Wolf. Here's how the numbers compare with Deshaun Watson playing the vast majority of the snaps distributed amongst the quarterbacks. For those who facilitate box scores, or maybe who didn't have a chance to watch the game or watch us as we covered the game on NFL Network last week, it seemed like Deshaun Watson had the edge statistically. Both of them had turnovers. But Brock, coming into this game and getting a chance to look at each individual play, do you feel like Shedeur has closed that gap a little bit?
Without a doubt. And you're right. You look at the stats, and stats only tell half the story, sometimes even less, right? There's always more to it. And there's an old adage in football, the eye in the sky never lies. And when I turned on the game tape this week, kind of removed the stats, removed the TV copy, and just looked at what the players did on the field, there was a different story. Here's Shedeur Sanders. This is a third long. I think he does a tremendous job. He recognizes pressure pre-snap from the Bears. So what's he do? He elongates his drop to buy himself an extra half a second to allow his receiver to get down the field. He feels the defensive end coming, gets this football off because of the timing of his drop. Big play for the Browns. That's what you like to see out of a second-year quarterback, recognizing pressure. Okay, later in the game, here we go. It's a 1st and 10, shot play called. This is how you build trust with your offensive coordinator. It's a shot play. But yes, the receiver coming right to left, he's going to be open, but the pocket is breaking down. What does the young quarterback do? Feels that pressure, checks it down, gets it to second and manageable. That is a growing play for a second-year quarterback, building trust. And then here is the bad. Here's the interception from a week ago. Shedeur Sanders, if you let this football go on time, I want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one hitch, trust your timing, let this ball go. You're going to have a big-time play. You hold it for an extra half a second. Because of that, the linemen end up in your lap. You sail the pass, turnover. I believe these plays can be coached out of him, though. So although you saw that last week, I'm not holding that against him. I think he'll learn from that. Deshaun, though, I was underwhelmed with his performance as a veteran quarterback. Here's a basic play. 2nd and 11, got to get a completion. Number 1's not open, 2's not open. Number 3 is wide open. Get a completion so that it's third and manageable for your coordinator. It's a dirt ball. And then coming back, this is in the 2-minute drill. If the internal timing of your feet tell you linebackers are underneath the in cut, check the ball down to the back. Get a positive play in the 2-minute drill. Get the drive started. Instead, you just kind of throw the football up for grabs. Once again, an underwhelming play. Deshaun Watson took a delay of game, pre-snap penalty on a 1st and 10. Just things that you don't expect out of a veteran quarterback, where I saw a lot of improvement from Shedeur Sanders year 1 to year 2. So I truly believe that Shedeur is well within the realm of potentially being the starter come week 1 for the Browns.
Well, Cam said it. I mean, Shedeur, this is his day. This is his opportunity. I mean, context is king. It's a great job by Brock breaking that down because when you look at it, like you said, Patrick, you look at the numbers and it's like, okay, well, I think that, Deshaun might have a little bit of an edge here. But when you really dig into it and you look at the tape, there were several times where I was watching Deshaun, I'm like, well, what are he looking at right here? Why isn't the ball out of his hand? And you want to say, okay, maybe it's ring rust. Maybe he hasn't been on the field in a while. But these are the same things that we kind of saw from him even when he was playing in the past. He was dynamic and a playmaker, so he could kind of cover up a lot of those sins. But what I've seen from Shedeur is what I love, man. Like, I was in camp out there last year, Brock, and I'm watching these guys throw the ball around. This kid works hard. Yeah. Like, despite what, goes on outside of football and the noise with his dad and all the other nonsense that he has to hear about. And, Patrick, you said this to me earlier. This is like his sanctuary. And you can tell that he respects this position and he wants to do things the right way. I love his approach so far. I love what I've seen on tape. I can't wait to watch him play today.
Something the numbers bore out as the season went on last year. He was the most aggressive in terms of downfield passing. He doubled up Deshaun Watson in terms of air yards per attempt in the first preseason game. So we'll see how that goes. We'll also get a chance to see much more preseason action, not just on NFL Network today, but also 3 games available for you on the ESPN app. The Rams,
football.
Vikings. Yes, it's all we do. Here, the Ravens at the Vikings at 1 p.m., the Saints at the Rams. Rematch. Put your stripes away on that one at 4 p.m. And the Chiefs at the Buccaneers at 7:30 p.m. All those games available live for you on the ESPN app. But coming up on our show, the entire NFC East in action today. We're going to have highlights from the Commanders matchup against the Lions. Plus, our pair of quarterbacks discuss if one of the passers in the division needs to make a big adjustment to his game. That is next as we count down to kickoff of our game, the Bills and the Browns, coming up from Cleveland on NFL Network. Stick around.
They're getting paid $5 to beta test Domino's new app, and so is she. And them. Literally all of you can now get paid just for ordering pizza. Get $5 to use on next week's order when you beta test the new app from
Domino's.
What's the plan?
Simplicity!
Who's it from?
Verizon!
Describe it!
$30 for a single line!
That's actually completely correct. You got it!
It's a whole new game plan. Simplicity. Just $30 a line.
The DQ Blizzard Double Flip deal is here. Buy 1 Blizzard treat and get a second for just 99 cents.
99 cents? That's bananas.
1, 2, 3, we got a DQ flavor, Savannah Bud.
The Blizzard Double Flip deal. Limited time. Get it in the DQ app.
When Saturday rolls around, I don't want to jump through hoops to watch college football. Good thing DirecTV makes it easy to keep up with my favorite college teams. No hopping between apps or channels.
Stream college football without the hurdles on DirecTV.
So, big news. Domino's has new s'mores lava cakes now. And get this, they'll let you get a lava cake flight. Yup, pick and choose any 3 lava cakes you want, including new s'mores lava cakes. Only at
Domino's.